Hello and welcome to MetalCast from Metal Coffee Shop. My name is Heidi Ellsworth, and we're here today to find out what's happening in the metal industry. And there is a lot. In fact, there is some great companies that have come together, and we're going to hear all about that today. I am so happy to have Eric here with Lakeside Construction Fasteners. Eric, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to all the questions from you.
I know, me too. I have a lot, as always. But let's start off with an introduction. If you could introduce yourself, tell us about yourself and also about your companies.
Yeah, so my name is Eric Velliquette. I'm the president of Lakeside Construction Fasteners. I founded Lakeside Construction Fasteners with Kyle Lane back in 2014. And recently, the company was sold, and we had a merger between Direct Metals and Lakeside Construction Fasteners.
Congratulations.
That happened right around February 1st. And I've been working with Andrew Mullen, who's the CEO at Direct Metals, and it's been a pretty good launch so far.
Yeah, I mean, that is just so exciting. I would love for you to just share with everybody just, a little bit about each of the companies. Let's start with Lakeside. What you offer, where you guys are really have been prominent. We know obviously within the metal and everything that's going on, but tell us a little bit overall about Lakeside, and then I would love to hear about Direct Metals too, and how you see those two kind of coming together.
Well, the good thing is both companies they started off as family-owned and operated companies, right?
Love it.
And so, I had greenfielded Lakeside Construction Fasteners. Andrew, with his father, greenfielded Direct Metals. And both companies have grown in different directions, servicing similar but quite different markets at the same time. And the amount of products that we offer, Heidi, that's a pretty loaded question. When we first started Lakeside Construction Fasteners, I probably could count the number of products on two hands, right?
Yeah.
And today we have thousands of SKUs and different products that we offer into the post frame industry, the pre-engineered markets, residential, standing seam. The list goes on and on and on. But probably our primary fastener that we sell into the market, believe it or not, is metal to wood type fasteners, like our number 10 Wood X. We do a lot of long life fasteners. But at the same time, we offer many more products outside of the fastener line. I would say Direct Metals carries a lot of similar products as Lakeside Construction Fasteners, but they also service into the low slope market, more into the standing seam residential market. So by marrying the two companies, we really do offer a full complement of products to service the metal building industry as a whole.
Yeah, when you really think about those two companies coming together, the vision of where you can go, that is very exciting. Talk about really being able to take care of the customers, meet their needs, what's happening out there. Talk a little bit about, I know a lot of people sometimes think, well, when companies come together like this, there's a little trepidation, but you all seem to have a really strong vision. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so from the Lakeside Construction Fastener standpoint, we're always trying to provide alternative fastener and foam solutions into the marketplace. We don't want to offer what everybody else is offering into the market. Mm-hmm. And so we try to engineer, diversify the different products that we offer into the marketplace. We try to keep our business model pretty simple. Try to make it as easy as possible for customers to, procure their fastener foam needs through whether it's Lakeside Construction Fasteners or even Direct Metals. I would say Andrew shares a similar vision that, we want to, as an organization, grow as a fastener group. And you're going to see, as time goes on, Lakeside Construction Fasteners, along with the Direct Metals, doing trade shows together, taking the message into the industry that, it's a DMI LCF fastener group. It's not DMI, separate entity of LCF. We're working together. It's really a
Yeah.
team effort. And the good thing is, we got to meet a lot of the direct metals managers and personnel down in Florida. They've been up to Arkansas, and we really have a blended organization now. And we that whole process started. If you think about it, that process started February 1st. It's
Wow.
now the middle of April.
It's not that long.
It's not that long, but we've done a lot as it relates to the integration of the two companies. So whether it be, what's our strategy, how we're going to go to market, how best service the customer, what programs can we offer the customer that is not offered at the moment, and leveraging our resources. I mean, Direct Metals has a total of 3 distribution centers. Lakeside Construction Fasteners in Arkansas has 2. And so we're going to be utilizing the group's resources to get product quicker to our customers in those strategic regions.
I love it. And you started down the road of one of the questions that I did have, and that was on leadership. In your announcement and everything you put out, it's all about continuing with the leadership. And I love how you started, both are family-owned businesses. How important is that for the customers out there to know that you're still there, that the folks at Direct, everybody is still there going in the same direction and working with their customers?
Super important. Our customers, and I'm sure it's the same with Direct Metals, have built long-lasting relationships within both organizations. And that is one thing that we pride ourselves on is bringing in and keeping the right people to do the job. And we're keeping everybody at Lakeside Construction Fasteners. And to be honest with you, we're going to be adding more people. I mean, this is just the start. And we're going to be, helping Direct Metals at the same time. I mean, there's a lot of synergies with both of the companies, not only from a product standpoint, but from a people standpoint, and it's really refreshing that, when you merge with another organization, that all the pieces and parts fit right.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely have that. We definitely have that with the people that we've hired. We've on Lakeside Construction Fasteners, we've promoted people recently. We took Chris Rose, who was our business development manager. He's now our national sales manager. He's been with the organization since pretty much year 1. So he's definitely has grown through the ranks. Another one was Angela Spear. She used to work on the production floor. And within our organization, she went from production floor to inside sales. And now she's going to be our inside marketing online sales rep.
That's
awesome. And there's more of those promotions and developing people within our organization. And we really want to see our people grow. Now it's just not one-sided. We everybody talks about top line growth and being profitable, but in order to get to that point, you really have to let your people grow, expand, give them the resources. That's the key. And I would say from the DMI standpoint, Andrew believes the same thing. He's very understanding when it comes to our needs as a company and giving us the resources and ability to allow not only Lakeside Fasteners to grow, but also Direct Metals.
Yeah, I love it. Well, when you bring that kind of thought on diversity, thought leadership all together between the two companies, of course, you're going to everything's going to open up, including products. And we hit on this a little bit earlier, but between the two companies, there's also a lot of products that you have around ventilation. It almost is bringing together this whole complete system of whatever you may need as you're going out there, especially in the metal roofing thing. Talk to us a little bit about some of that vision on product range and what you all are thinking.
Yeah, our product ecosystem, if you look at it as a whole, is we pretty much provide all the metal building components that go into a building except for the metal panels themselves, right?
Yeah.
And so you did bring up a valid point that yes, we do offer fasteners, but on the ventilation side, we offer ridge vented foam, for the ridge vent, for hip, for valley, for the eave, whether it be open cell or closed cell type foam products. Sealants, there's a multitude of sealants that we offer, from colored silicone to butyl in a tube to actual butyl tape. And with direct metals, that gives us even additional support when it comes to offering clips for the standing seam market, certified Miami-Dade pancake and wafers. And I would say Andrew has done an excellent job getting a lot of his pancakes and wafers Miami-Dade certified into the industry. I mean, it's one thing to offer a product. It's another thing to offer a product that comes with high quality standards and outside third-party lab testing. It really goes a long way with our customers. And for the ventilation, I mean, we have gooseneck vents that can be offered through DMI, and that's typically going to be metal vents, not plastic or made out of foam type ventilation. And so, it's really neat to say, hey, we can be your one-stop shop when it comes to fastening or providing metal building components. Either it's for metal sidewall applications or metal roofing applications. We basically have it all, and that allows for our customers to make buying decisions and support what they're trying to do into the marketplace, because it is getting pretty competitive. But at the same time too, the price of everything continues to go up, and customers just want to bring in what they need and have that support that if I bring in for my job or for this application, are you going to continue to be able to support and provide that level of service for other future products? And of course, the answer is going to be yes.
Yeah. Well,
one of the things I didn't one of the things I didn't talk about is to make all this happen. We do have another support level, which is Trivest out of Miami, Florida. Okay. And they're our financial support. They manage about $8 billion in net assets.
Wow.
And they're also a family-owned business as well. Privately held, not traded. And they definitely give us the financial support to do the things that we want to do. And it's just not bringing in more inventory. We're investing, Heidi, right now into more machinery, okay, and actually doing more manufacturing in the USA.
You're totally reading my mind, because that's exactly where I was going to go. Is when you mentioned earlier about the all the different manufacturing plants, distribution centers, and you and I have talked about just what's going on in the economy and with tariffs and everything else. It seems like this, the merger of DMI and Lakeside is really going to offer all the opportunities, and you just started down the road. So I'd like you to keep going on that, of just how important that is, U.S. made, but also availability and flexibility in manufacturing.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the metal building industry as a whole, you see a lot of acquisitions going on the past, I would say, 3 to 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're starting to see that within the fastener industry as well. You're starting to see in the last 3 years, acquisitions and consolidation of fastener companies. And I think we're going to continue to see that. As I alluded, customers want, ease of service. They want to be able to have product, but not stock large amount of product anymore, right?
Right.
And with the DMI LCF Fastener Group, we're going to be able to provide that. If we have to bring in a couple $1 million of inventory for a customer to manage their inventory, vendor managed inventory type program, we have the capability of doing that, and we can
Yeah.
do that fairly quickly. Not only are we manufacturing overseas in Asia, let's say China, Taiwan, but we spent the last 3 years setting up manufacturing out of Turkey. We're going to be expanding in India, and of course, putting a lot more resources in our USA manufacturing capabilities as well on the fastener side. We do a lot of USA manufacturing with our partner suppliers throughout the United States on foam products, on sealants, and the list goes on and on and on. But again, we try to develop, not just suppliers or manufacturers or customers. They're truly our partners.
Yeah.
And we truly try to work with them and develop them because we understand that if we help them grow their business, then organically our business is going to grow right with them.
I love that, Eric. I'm all about the win-win-win, right? There is so many opportunities right now. And if working together, we just see a lot more success, but we also, I think it opens the doors to innovation. And you have been known for innovation across the board. With everything that's going on, and I mean, AI and all this stuff in the government, but yet all the news, metal is such a hot industry right now. Everybody wants metal and is seeing great growth. What are without giving away your secret sauce, of course, what are you seeing innovation wise, and kind of how that's been opening up with this, with you guys coming together?
Well, we're just now starting to get into that a little bit. Between the two companies, I know that Andrew has done a great job designing a lot of the products that are sold into the market today for the standing seam and low slope markets. What I can tell you is that when we look at innovation, we look at a lot of outside factors, right? We look at geopolitical, we look at environmental. Here recently, it's been not so much the hurricanes. It's good that we haven't had hurricanes because the poor people in Florida, in the Caribbean, need a break from time to time.
Yeah.
But it seems like fire mitigation has been a big one, and so we're looking at our coatings, whether it be paint finishes or coatings that we put on our foam products. We're starting to see some innovation with some of our suppliers regarding being fire resistant on, let's say, roof boots or venting type products. So we're seeing a lot of that come to the forefront. We're also looking at sustained wind loads on buildings and how that impacts fasteners, and in those type of regions, we're trying to move our customers over to a larger diameter fastener, but still keeping, let's say, the quarter hex washer head, because a lot of our customers don't want to see, like a big bolt, on their roof or on their sidewall panel.
Yeah.
But we're also developing fasteners that are low profile. They blend into the panel, so they're not visible. They're more camouflage when installed. And we see a lot of that with our Pro Conceal Torx 25 internal drive systems. And I want to say the internal drive system is turning into a big mover for us as customers are trying to move away from the exposed higher hex type fasteners used on their buildings.
I love these architectural trends. And you're right there in the forefront of it as you're working through. But I want to go back to something you just said a minute ago. Oh, go ahead.
And this is just the start. We're talking about products. There's a lot of products that DMI offers that we don't offer. In particular, the low slope market. Now, Lakeside Construction Fasteners is able to offer those fasteners. For LCF, we offer a lot of long life fasteners that Direct Metals doesn't offer, that we can be able to service and innovate with the two companies together. But we're just not stopping with the DMI LCF fastener group. There's going to be additional companies that we're going to be bringing into the fold and expanding our operations through that direction as well.
That's exciting. That is very exciting.
It is. It is.
One of the things that I love, and this is how you and I have really kind of met over the years, is your involvement in the industry. And we are very committed to that too. And we were just, you and I were both just at the Rikawi meetings, the annual meeting right before IBAC. You guys were a major sponsor there. I just would love for you to talk, because you were mentioning earlier about the wind and fire and just how important this is. How, I would love some of your thoughts on how important it is to be involved with those associations, and how that kind of sparks innovation too, in the industry, and collaboration.
It's huge. It really guides us, where the pinch points are, the headwinds that we face as an industry. On the Rikawi side, they bring forward, a lot of the changing environments, the trends, what to look out for, educational seminars to glean information, which helps in a lot of our decisions, on how we go to market, how we design, products. And it doesn't have to be fasteners. It could be foam products. It could be other products, or even collaborating on, with other industries and other industry leaders, collaborating on, what's not working. What are some of the solutions that a company like DMI or LCF can offer to solve some of those issues. And so for me, I've been in the fastener industry for going on 21 years now. And from I started with forgings and now to fasteners and foam products, and the environment continues to change. I want to say the metal building industry is a bellwether. It seems like no matter what you throw at it, yes, it could slow down a little bit, but it never falls off the cliff. It endures and moves on, and there's a lot of potential for growth within the metal building industry to see more metal roofs, whether it's traditional metal, whether it's non-traditional like stone coat or metal tile. I think you're going to continue to see new innovations along those applications and where there's support. The neat thing about our organization is that we have a set group of products or fasteners that we offer into the marketplace. However, we also have engineers on staff. And so if there's products that we don't offer, or if there's products our customer wants, but they want to make changes and their current supplier cannot do that, we have the capability of innovating, modifying, bringing on fasteners or other products that we don't offer, and warehousing those products for our customers.
That's amazing, because there are some brilliant, and a majority, there's so many contractors out there. They know what they need. They need something a little bit different, but they don't always know where to go to get it made or to figure out how it works. So to have those kind of resources, that is great for all the contractors who are out there, and erectors and general contractors.
Well, we deal primarily with distributors and the roll formers. And I know the contractors, work with our customers, and so and we've seen it where we've helped our customers help their contractors with issues out in the job sites, and so we don't want to be viewed as another fastener company or a foam supplier or a sealant supplier. We want to be viewed as a resource, right?
Right.
And so there's no limit on what the DMI LCF fastener group can offer as a resource. And so for our customers, we've seen a lot of growth over the years, helping them develop their market channels and how they go to market as well. You had touched on, innovations and technology, and kind of skipped over that a little bit. So when we're looking at that, we're looking at integrating AI into what we're doing. We kind of did that when we launched our new website back in January of 2024 during our 10-year anniversary at Lakeside Construction Fasteners. We recently, in the last year, developed an LCF phone, mobile phone app. So it can be downloaded on Apple now and Android type phones. And so we're trying to streamline how we go to market, how our customers utilize Lakeside Construction Fasteners, and a lot of it has to do with information. How do you use your fasteners? What are the specifications? What are the technical data information or sales points that architects, designers, and even contractors can use when they're trying to install? And so we've done a lot to get our message across, but also be a informational tool. So when designers, engineers, architects are speccing in, what fasteners to use or what foam products to use, we're providing that technical data, that know-how, so that information can get passed down to the roll former and then eventually to the contractor.
I love it. And again, it's that win-win-win scenario when you bring it all together of really innovation. I love the technology. It's where everything's going, and contractors need that help, and distributors need, that support too, to make sure that they're getting it there. So, Eric,
well, and that's a lot with the, informational flow of things, but on the production flow of things, we're also automating. I would say in the last 2 years, we probably spent close to $700,000 in new automated equipment. We're looking at getting into robotics here shortly. So, we continue to innovate. We want to move a lot of what we do overseas back to the USA. We started that process, I want to say, about 7 years ago, and we've been building on that ever since. And it's starting to, we're starting to see the fruits of that labor finally, but it's going to start building even more so, and probably expanding out of Arkansas on the production side. We're going to, we just approved probably another 2 machines for automating our processes, and some of the stuff that we do overseas, whether it be washer assembly, more painting. We're trying to move a lot of that back into the USA.
It makes sense. And it just makes it faster. Built in the U.S. All of those things are made in the USA. I think are really important as we continue to see the economy and how it shifts, and just the thing, whether it's COVID or tariffs or whatever, there seems to be a lot.
It's always something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's always something.
Exactly.
It's always something.
Well, we are so thrilled to have you on Metal Coffee Shop and really being able to tell those stories. I'm excited for us to share, as you bring robotics in and all of the new products and the innovations, because I think that's what everybody needs to see. And that's the stories that we want to tell. And I'm really excited about that.
Hey, you always got to keep looking towards the future. If you keep doing what you did, back in the 90s, early 2000s, it's not going to happen. I mean, you have to innovate. You have to reinvest back into yourselves, right?
Yeah.
And
sure.
You have to automate. There's a lot of technology, a lot of good stuff that's out there. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
So true. So true.
So true.
Eric,
yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been awesome. Again, we're just so happy to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to a lot more podcasts where we can dive deeper into some of these things that I love, as do you, and that's technology, innovation, and all the things that you're going to be bringing along with taking care of all of our customers.
Hey, I'm just glad I was able to say all this in 30 minutes or less.
I know.
I mean, I could talk hours. I could talk hours on this stuff, So
well, good, because we're going to come back
and
do that.
You did a good job. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This has been so much fun. I love it. And we will have you back again, and we're going to be hearing a lot more. So everybody, please check out the Lakeside Construction Fasteners directory on Metal Coffee Shop. It's also on Roofers Coffee Shops. Find the directory there. And you're going to see a lot coming on articles, innovations, and a lot about direct metals too. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for listening to all of our podcasts. Be sure to visit the RLW navigation on any of the sites and subscribe and set those notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We'll be seeing you next time on MetalCast.